Hello there. Welcome to another edition of Knocks to Nuggets. My name is Oluwayomi and it's such a joy to have you join me on this channel. Thank you for being a part of this community of building ourselves up in leadership, in business, in life as a whole. Our dream is to be the best that we can ever be. And I believe that on this platform, we'll daily add value to you. Every video you watch here is unique. I want to implore you to listen to the end, subscribe, share, like, and of course, let me have your feedback. Your feedback goes a whole long way to make this channel better. So I expect to hear from you. So, what are we talking about today? Can you just do a wild guess? I wish it was a live audience and I'll just leave you guessing. I'm talking about the number one limiting factor in your life. So what's it? What's that number one limiting factor? Can you think? Maybe I should allow you just jiggle your mind a bit. Just think, what can it be? Can it be my career? Well, I'm doing well in my career. What can that limiting factor be? Can it be my health? I don't think so. Could it be my family? Could it be background? If those were your guesses, is any of that or your guesses? Nah. It's none of them. The number one limiting factor is your imagination. Your limitation is actually your imagination. I should say it one more time, right? Your limitation is actually your imagination. You know, I was invited recently to an event and I was supposed to be given the talk. And that was the theme. Your limitation is your imagination. And I'm like, okay. So I called my host and I said, what exactly are you talking about? And she was like, ma'am, just think about it. And I sat back and I began to meditate on it. Your limitation is actually your imagination. What's limitation? Limitation is the barrier that prevents you from being your best. That's it. Anything that prevents you from being your best is your limitation. A whole lot of times is a function of your imagination. Many times we're restricted, but when you actually ask yourself, why do I feel I can't do this? You actually don't have a reason. It's something that has settled in you gradually, slowly, and then we kind of want to blame. We want to play the blame game. You want to blame your teachers. Oh, I wasn't taught well. Or your parents. Oh, I wasn't exposed. Or your spouse. Oh, it will not allow me go. Oh, she will not allow me go. Or your colleagues. You want to shift the blame to one more person. But the truth is this, you are the limiting factor in your life. Whatever you can dream of, you can achieve. That's why it's about your imagination. What's imagination? It's the image in the mind. It's that picture that it's so real to you. However, it's all in your mind. That's your imagination. It sits comfortably and it dictates unconsciously what you think you can do or you think you cannot do. Henry Ford said, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you are right. That's the power of the mind. That's the power of your imagination. So, another word I want you to look at in that phrase, your limitation is your imagination, is that word your. It's all about you. It's not my limitation that is your imagination, no. What you think cannot limit me, and what I think cannot limit you. You are the only one that can place that limit on yourself. That word your makes you take responsibility. Don't blame anyone for where you are today. If you're succeeding, enjoy it and take the accolades. But if you're not succeeding, just take that pill, take the blame, and ask yourself, what can I do? The responsibility is totally on you. It's not about the other person. So what forms your imagination? It's simply what you read, what you hear. The gates of your mind is your sight and sound. They're the gates of your mind. What you see, what you hear, they form the bedrock of what you think. So I want to challenge you today, as I'm talking about your limitation is your imagination, to watch your gates. Watch your gates. Now let's bring it to the natural, the physical, the day-to-day thing. When you are going to bed and when you get into your house, you deliberately lock your gates. You lock the door. You ensure that it's locked. You switch off every appliance that is not in use. Why? You want to secure yourself. If you do so much to secure yourself physically, why won't you do so much to secure yourself mentally? Because that's actually the bedrock of your success. Watch your gates. What are you listening to? The more negative news you hear, the less you can fly. That's the truth. If all you're hearing is the negative news, you can't, they can't, we can't, they failed, all the can't, you cannot expect to fly. You cannot expect to get to your dreamland. You cannot expect to achieve that dream in your mind. Number two, what you read. If all you read are the negative news, they form that big image in your mind. That's the truth. What you watch, what you listen to, they are important. So that talks to me about your circle of friends. If those around you who are speaking into your life are the naysayers, are the negative people, are people that tell you it cannot happen, it cannot be done, how then do you expect to succeed? It's been rightly said that you are the average of the first 5 people in your life. Who are those people? You cannot choose the family you were born into, but you can choose your friends. And then somebody said to me sometime back, about 15, 20 years ago, that you can also choose your enemies. And he said to me in a gathering, he said, choose your enemies wisely. And I'm like, oh, really? You can choose your friends and you can also choose your enemies. That's interesting. Who are you listening to? When you sit down, you want to relax. Who do you share with? All your chitty-chatty, who are you talking with? People that will tell you it cannot be done, don't try it, this will happen. Those that tried it before you failed. It's not about failing. You can fail forward. When you fall, it's okay to fall. A child that never fails will never walk. So it's okay to make mistakes in life. It's okay to take a wrong step. So it's okay. What you do after is what matters. So if you're around people that will tell you, no, don't do that, because if you fail, everybody will laugh at you, and they make you so afraid of taking the next step, how then do you want to succeed? Your limitation is your imagination. If you think you can, or you think you can't, you are right. So who are you listening to? How many books have you read this year? Let's not think about the years past. And what are those books about? The more you read, the more enlightened your mind is, positively or negatively. If all you're reading is stories of failure, stories of woes, of wars, of rumors of wars, of troubles coming on, you're going to just live in fear. And fear cripples. Instead of you to move forward and achieve in life, you cringe, you are afraid, because all you have read about is somebody who tried it and failed. What about the person that tried and succeeded? Go and look for the biography of great men that have left their footprints on the sands of time. Read about them. Every one of them failed at some point or the other in their lives. But you know the thing? They didn't sit in their failure. They got up and they moved on. So when you turn on the news, what do you hear? It's about economic glut. It's about job cuts. It's about job losses. It's about increased rate of employment. It's about increased taxes. It's about a reduction in disposable income. When you turn to your friends, a lot of times, what do you hear? News of people who have just lost their jobs, people who, bosses who are demanding unimaginable targets, and all of that. It's all negative news around. That's today's reality. But that doesn't have to be your own reality. There are 3 ways you can react to it. Remember, we're talking about your limitation being your imagination. There are 3 ways you can react. When you turn on the news and you hear all of this bad news, you can get so frightened that you cannot move. You can get so excited at the opportunities that you see, or you can choose to be indifferent and just say, "Ki sera, sera, whatever will be, and you sit down there and do nothing. All 3 are options, but I've come to encourage you today to take the second option. Don't sit down and say, "Ki sera, sera." You know the honest truth? Time waits for no one. Every day, 24 hours goes and another 24 hours rolls in. Every day. Before you know what's happening, the year is over, a decade is over, and your life is over. But that will not be your portion. It's not a prayer we are talking here. So don't think I just pray. Don't say amen. Let's just tell ourselves the honest truth. What should you do? Every challenge around you, inside it is an opportunity. Seek out that opportunity. Tell yourself you will succeed. Tell yourself you will make it. Tell yourself you are different. Tell yourself you are unique. Refuse your imagination being in the negative. Use it positively. Think solutions. Think results. Think possibilities. Just think of the goodness that you can enjoy in this land. No matter how bad the world economy is, some people are making their first millions in dollars at this time. Some people are buying their first houses now. Some people are building their first estates now. That can be you. So take the limits off. Turn your imagination into the fuel that will propel you to do something different. Dare to be different. Dare to take in your world. Dare to make a change. Dare to be the solution provider. Everyone will come to you when you are the solution provider. So today I've come to challenge you. Let your imagination not be your limitation. Let your imagination be your propelling force that will push you out, launch you out, and dare to be all that you can ever be. Be your best you. Add value to your world. So that's it for today. Your limitation is your imagination. If you can think it, you can do it. So, like this channel, share this with somebody. Somebody out there needs to know that they can turn things around just like that and take advantage of the situations going on around. Share this video with somebody. Ginger somebody up with it. Like it. Pass your comments. And don't ever forget this. Together we win. God bless you.